I did address this in a previous video, but it's still part of the discourse.
Oh,
so
yeah?
We'll talk about
what
it
is
again.
it? Definitely important.
I read this book, and it absolutely...
What the f***? Everything you already know about your own racism and how to do better. White women. Wow, that's incredible. I mean, I'm pretty racist, but I guess I could always do better. Wow, this is beautiful. This is the book only JS read. Listen, here's my thing. You're a crazy. I think racism is bad. Please clap. But racism is bad. That's a hill I will die on, obviously, unless it's funny. It's even less bad if you don't mean it. If you say something at the cookout, you go, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. In my defense, you guys were bullying me first, okay? As the only white guy at the barbecue, I got to absorb a lot of blows, and thankfully I'm obese. Bounces off like rubber to glue. But the point that I'm trying to make here is racism is bad, and it's good to educate yourself, but I feel like once you start reading books about racism, you're weird. I don't know why. You're just weird. And especially if you tell us you read the book. I think if you make it part of your identity to not want to be racist, that is concerning to me. If you're telling everybody, you know what I mean? Like, well, I'm woke. Yeah, maybe you don't make that determination. That's the energy I get. What I see here as you sit here and you tell us about how you read a book about reversing the being aware of your racism. Here's what I see. I see a white woman who is hyper obsessed about a Pakistani guy, because I'm pretty sure he's a Pakistan guy, right? And then she decided to express her delusions in a way that could potentially be harmful to his career. She's sitting here reading the books, but she's not willing to do the work. And especially since the claims aren't even, what the f is the claim? He said, see you next Tuesday. I feel like she's a racism.
Changed my life. It was probably the best book I've read in years.
It's great.
And it's written by a black woman and a South Asian woman. And I am so grateful for this book because...
Damn, they needed 2 women just to write one book? Yikes.
It gave me the frame to see that as a white person, I benefit from white supremacy every single day.
I agree, girl. That's why if I ever die and there's reincarnation, they ask me what color, you know what I'm saying, boy. Not because any one color is better, it's just that some of them might do better. They get treated a little better.
I am constantly doing my best to understand better how my whiteness plays into power situations and how I can give more power to people who do not look like me. That being said, the psychiatrist was my doctor. Abuse is about power.
So true. So true, Gwen.
And in that room, he had the power. He could have me institutionalized if he wanted.
He could have had you institutionalized because he wouldn't respond when you were talking about how your f***ing 6'2" wound was wet for him. And when I say wound, I mean her f***ing because, I mean, this thing looks wet. Whatever the f this is not wet. Whatever cut she has on her lip, canker sore, this is definitely not wet. You need to wetten that the f up. You're a delusional. I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to myself. I'm becoming as crazy as her right now.